LeBron James has been in the playoffs 17 times in his 20-year NBA career, and all 17 times he's outperformed himself and put up outstanding numbers that we will never forget. But out of all his playoff runs, there's only two that really stand out to me, and it's his 2009 playoff run and his 2018 playoff run. In those playoff runs, he put up monster numbers while barely having a supporting cast around him, which is why I put them above his Miami playoff runs, because he had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and Ray Allen to back him up. Today we're going to dive into both playoff runs, and in the end, I'm going to give my opinion on which playoff LeBron was truly better, starting off with their first round series. Going into the 2009 playoffs, LeBron James and the Cavaliers finished off with the best record in the NBA, winning 66 games, also finished the third best defense and the fourth best offense. It was no surprise that this team going into the playoffs were the favorites to win it all. Their first round opponents were a lowly Detroit Pistons team led by Rip Hamilton that made it to the playoffs by accident with a record of 39-43. LeBron James would completely annihilate this team, averaging 32 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists on a 50% field goal percentage, leading both teams in all stats. Pistons were no match for the Cavalier defense. Honestly, it looked like LeBron was having fun out there because he basically did whatever he wanted to do against the Piston defense. The Cavs ended up sweeping them and beating them by double digits every single game. Going into the 2018 playoffs, LeBron and the Cavs kind of had an up and down season. Sometimes they were really good and sometimes they were really bad. They finished off the regular season with 50 wins, 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, finished with the 5th best offense in the NBA, but finished off 25th in the NBA in defense, allowing nearly 110 points a game. Not gonna lie, they were one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA that year. Their first round opponents were a young Indiana Pacers team led by prime Victor Oladipo and a young Domantas Sabonis, and they proved that they were a tough match for LeBron and the Cavs, as this series went to 7 games. LeBron carried the Cavs past the Pacers, averaging 34 points a game, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, with a 55% field goal percentage, also leading both teams in all stats. He also had 3 40-point games along with this incredible game-winning 3 in Game 5.
3 seconds left. Cleveland triggers in. James, 2 seconds, 1 second for the win. Oh! LeBron James delivers.
LeBron sealed the deal in Game 7, scoring 45 points, ending the Pacers season. Gotta give credit to the young Pacers though. Oladipo played great along with his team, because 6 different players averaged double-digit points per game. This was a great series to watch in 2018 because 5 out of the 7 games were decided by 5 points or less. Switching back to the 2009 playoffs, in the second round, LeBron and the Cavs end up facing the Atlanta Hawks, led by Joe Johnson, who just came off a grueling 7-game series with Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat. LeBron James would also receive his first MVP before the series. LeBron once again would prove how dominant he was, averaging 33 points a game, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals, while shooting 55% from the field. Same story as the Pistons. The Hawks were no match for LeBron and the Cavs, as LeBron was able to score from everywhere on the court at ease. Not to mention LeBron shot 48% from the 3 as well.
Sees it, deep 3. Oh, wow!
Cavs would go on to sweep the Atlanta Hawks in 4 games, also beating them by double digits every single game, being the first team ever to sweep their first 2 opponents in the playoffs and winning all 8 games by 10 or more. A playoff record that still holds today. Back to the 2018 playoffs, LeBron and the Cavs are going up against the number 1 seeded Toronto Raptors, who won 59 games, led by DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. The odds were stacked against the Cavs this series, as people felt that the Raptors were the better team. People thought the Raptors would finally get over the hump that was LeBron and the Cavs after losing to them the previous 2 postseasons. But How wrong could they have been? LeBron would absolutely dominate the Raptors, averaging 34 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists on a 55% field goal percentage once again. LeBron was out there shooting lights out the whole series, especially in Game 2, making insane fadeaway jump shots. Right when you thought he was going to miss, it went in.
Rusty, didn't he, in his comeback?
But the other night, like I told you, it took him 2 shots to make the shot from the tunnel.
Oh, LeBron!
Oh, boy.
That thing was in the air so long, it should have had a move. He is in full rhythm right now. Backing down Lowry. Heat check. Still sizzling. LeBron.
Him up, and you're not going to double team him. Come on, he's going to have his way here.
LeBron fades away over Siakam. He's hotter than fish earlier this year with a broken hand. LeBron backing down DeRozan. There's that fadeaway, and it's butter. It's smooth. 4 on the shot clock for LeBron James.
Hold on.
We're speechless, Hubie Brown.
No. The distance on the fadeaway.
That is an unguardable.
Also hitting an insane game-winning floater off the glass in Game 3 to put the Cavs up 3-0 in the series.
James,
Here it is. See, it's under
3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater. Off glass. Good night, Cleveland. That is for you.
Now that was some play. He hasn't taken any off-balance shot. Now as he goes up in the air.
Unlike the Pacers series, the rest of the Cavs actually played well against the Raptors. The Cavs team shot 41% from the 3. J.R. Smith and Kyle Korver both shot 55% from the 3. One of the reasons why LeBron averaged 11 assists in the series. Cavs would end up sweeping the Raptors in 4 games, ending their season in an embarrassing way, beating them by 35 in Game 4. This was also the 3rd straight year LeBron would eliminate the Raptors, earning the nickname LeBronto. Back to the 2009 playoffs, the unstoppable Cavs are in the Eastern Conference Finals against Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. The Cavs as the favorites going into this series. People thought this was going to be another small speed bump for LeBron and his team as they journey their way to the NBA Finals. But the Magic ended up being much more than what the Cavs can handle. LeBron scored 49 points in Game 1, also delivered this thunderous dunk that was shown all over every sports show in America.
Kept alive by Russ, 3-on-1 developed. James with the stop. Howard triple team rejected by James. Howard questions why no foul. James for 3. Yes! What a display being put on here by LeBron James.
But it was all in vain due to this game-winning 3 by Rashard Lewis.
Talked about the imprint.
Lewis for 3. Yes! Orlando has taken a 1-point lead, and we are seeing
Magic gave the Cavs their first playoff loss. Game 2 would also come down to the wire. Hedo Turkoglu hit a clutch shot over Sasha Pavlovich to put the Magic up by 2 points.
Cubs hitting shots here down the stretch. Cavaliers down to 3. Here's Turkoglu. Yes! With 1 second remaining.
Then, this happened.
93 lead. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it out to tie the series, and what a miraculous shot by James!
LeBron would hit one of the most iconic game winners in playoff history to tie the series against the Magic. For the rest of the series, LeBron James would do everything humanly possible to keep the Cavs alive. He went on to average 38 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists on a 48% field goal percentage for the series, along with 3 40-point games. But unfortunately, Dwight Howard and the Magic were the overall better team. Dwight Howard was surrounded by consistent 3-point shooters in Rashard Lewis, Hedo Turkoglu, and Michael Petrus. The rest of the Cavs struggled in the series. Mo Williams, who was the Cavs' second best player, shot horribly in the series, only 37% from the field. And also, the team couldn't guard any of the big forwards of the Magic. The Dwight Howard, who was by far the best center in the NBA and Defensive Player of the Year, did whatever he wanted to do against the Cavs' depleted big men, who consisted of a 33-year-old Zydrunas Ilgauskas, a 34-year-old Ben Wallace, a 33-year-old Joe Smith, and a young Anderson Varejao, who was just not strong enough to defend Dwight in the paint. The Magic would go on to defeat the Cavs in 6. Dwight Howard scored 40 points in Game 6, ending the Cavaliers' season. Such a disappointing ending for LeBron and the Cavs, as they had the best record in the league and were the favorites to make it to the NBA Finals. But the biggest tragedy was the Magic robbed us of that Kobe versus LeBron NBA Finals that every NBA fan wanted to see that year. Back to 2018, LeBron and the Cavs were going up against a young Boston Celtic team that featured a young and up-and-coming Jaylen Brown and a rookie Jason Tatum, along with other key veterans on the team. The young and hungry Celtics will go on to win both games 1 and 2 against the Cavs by double-digit points. People were ready to count LeBron and the Cavs out due to the Celtics' record when being up 2-0 in a playoff series was 37-0. But LeBron would happen. LeBron would go on to average 33 points a game, 9 rebounds, 8 assists for the series, while shooting 52% from the field. Series went back and forth as the Cavs would win games both 3 and 4 at home, scoring 44 points in Game 4. The Celtics would go on to win Game 5, and then in Game 6, LeBron would drop 46 points and hitting 2 step-back threes in the fourth quarter over Jason Tatum.
Against James. James drives, steps back, puts up a 3. Bang! LeBron James from downtown. James, his 7th 40-point game of these playoffs. Steps, tries it again, puts it in! As the shot clock expires, LeBron James with 44.
Game 7 would come down to the wire. Celtics and the Cavs are going back and forth, bucket to bucket, but in the end, LeBron would come out victorious against the young Celtics. LeBron and the Cavs would advance to the NBA Finals the 4th straight year. Gotta give credit to the baby Celtics though, as they made it this far into the playoffs without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. One of the biggest what ifs is if Kyrie and Gordon Hayward were healthy, would it have been a different outcome? Now into the 2018 NBA Finals, LeBron and the Cavs go up against the heavily favored Golden State Warrior team that had just defeated the #1 seeded Houston Rockets in 7. Everyone and their mama knew Golden State was going to win this series, as if you compared both rosters, it was as clear as day on who the better team was. But LeBron would still put up amazing numbers in this series, especially in Game 1, where he scored 51 points and probably could have shocked the world and stole Game 1 from Golden State if it wasn't for this idiot.
Hill misses. Rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith brings it back out. Throws it to Hill. Hill shot blocked. Watch James. Now wanted a timeout, but too late to get it. And 5 minutes go up on the clock. Overtime here in Game 1.
After that, Golden State would win in overtime and win Game 1. After Game 1, it was pretty much just the Golden State show, as the Cavs couldn't stop the offensive juggernauts in Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. Warriors would go on to sweep the Cavs in the NBA Finals in 4 games, ending the Cavaliers' season. LeBron would still average 34 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists against this monstrous team, but due to the lack of help from the Cavs, it was pretty much meaningless. Now that we've seen both versions of LeBron James in these playoffs, now the question is, which one was better? Both put up amazing stats, made some crazy clutch shots, and carried their teams heavily throughout the playoffs. 2009 LeBron averaged 35 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists in 14 games. And 2018 LeBron averaged 34 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists in 22 games. Nearly identical numbers, 9 years apart. But in the end, I'm going to have to go with the 2018 version of LeBron being better, and it's not because 09 LeBron didn't make it to the finals. It's because of the IQ and experience that the 2018 version has, as LeBron later in his career would be able to call out opponent plays while on the court, being able to disrupt their flow of the game. A lot of NBA players say that he's a genius when it comes to basketball knowledge. He would know player tendencies, be able to demoralize an opponent defense and offense without even touching the ball. Even though he didn't win a championship, this playoff run by LeBron will never be forgotten and will go down as one of the greatest playoff runs of all time. If you made it this far into the video, Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more videos about basketball in the future. Also, if you're into anime and video games as well, I also talk about that on this channel. That about wraps up this video. I will see you on the next.